What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and slide on these topics. We have a couple of updates as it pertains to the Diddy case. So it's been reported by the AP about a couple of days ago that Diddy is trying to obstruct justice from jail. He's reaching out to his family, and then he's having his family to reach out to witnesses and potential victims in hopes to influence a narrative that would help them with the jury pool. Also, prosecutors have come to the conclusion that Diddy has also encouraged marketing strategies to sway public opinion, and they also feel that he wants to blackmail victims and witnesses into silence or into providing testimony helpful to his defense. Now, we also have a woman that filed a lawsuit against Diddy about a month ago as Jane Doe, and Diddy and his lawyers pressed the courts to have this woman reveal her real name in hopes that she wouldn't, so they can throw the case out. Well, that didn't work in Diddy's favor either, ladies and gentlemen, because she has now released her full name as Candace McQuarrie, and the lawsuit will go on. But before we get into the clips that break down both situations beautifully, I do want to talk about something that transpired a couple of days ago involving Al B. Sure. So on November the 15th, Al B. Sure took to his Instagram to pay tribute to Kim Porter, because we know that Kim passed away on November the 15th, 2018. And so he was reminiscing and things like that. And that's quite natural. He was married to Kim Porter. He has a child by Kim Porter. But someone in the comments, when he mentioned Quincy within his original statement, asked him, did Quincy unblock him? And Al B. Sure just let loose. I want to take the time to read to you all what happened in the chat. So Al posted a picture of him and Kim Porter, and he says, on this day, November the 15th, 2018, heartbroken emoji at Lady KP, spread her wings to fly, and then he puts a butterfly emoji. Then he goes on to say, is it just another coincidence that one of our favorite activities to do together pre-Quincy's birth was to sit ringside at our brother Michael Gerard Tyson's fights and cheer him on? After MT's knockouts, we'd attend the press conference and we'd be cutting up while Iron Mike addressed the media. Kimberlina, guess what? Your 58-year-old, strong as an ox, very protective big brothers is at it again at Netflix. So after Al said all of that, somebody by the name of Kobe K on Instagram asked him, he unblocked you? And he was referring to if Quincy unblocked him on social media, I guess. And Al responded and said, the real question is he still following a man that abused his mother, and he knows it very clearly? Think about that when you're sitting at your desk at work on Monday trying to unravel this mystery in your mind. Then Al goes on to say, at any moment you can say rest in peace, Miss Porter. That's the purpose of this tribute to her on the day she was taken from us. And then Kobe says, my bad, I'm just following you, rip Miss Porter. Then Al proceeds to respond to another comment, and he says, there's nothing to unsort, beloved. It's all for a show on the internet and to keep everyone off track. Wait for the truth coming to Netflix. We will get to the bottom of Kim Porter's alleged and I'm paraphrasing there, can't stop, won't stop. So there's a little shade towards Diddy. But I just find this whole entire situation between Al and Quincy just sad, because if Diddy is supposedly locked up, this would be the opportune and perfect time for them to mend their relationship, to sit down, hear one another out, and come to some type of conclusion on what steps they need to take moving forward to improve the dynamics of their relationship. I don't know if the two have ever thought about going to counseling together to receive some type of therapy. I think that would be helpful, but this is a time that they should be able to come together and sit down like two grown men and respect one another and just hash out their differences and go from there, try to come to some common ground. If Quincy still feels the same way that he's feeling now as it pertains to him sticking and just backing up Diddy in its totality, then all Al B. Sure has to do is just be a father from a distance, because it seems as though that Quincy has chose a side. But anyway, I want to move along and play you guys these couple of clips as it pertains to Diddy trying to obstruct justice while he's locked up in jail, but we still ain't seen no damn mugshot yet. But anyway, and then I want to play you guys the clip where this lady filed a lawsuit against Diddy a month ago, and she didn't reveal her name at that particular time, but now she done put her name out there for the whole wide world to see. So sit tight and I'll be back.
Diddy has been tampering with witnesses from jail. The federal government just came out with their opposition to Diddy's bail motion, and baby, it is crazy. They're saying that Diddy is illegally using phone calls and devices in jail, and they also say that they have proof that he has been tampering with witnesses. So we are going to jump right into it, and we are going to deep dive the government's motion against Diddy's bail. Government has reviewed recordings of Diddy's jail calls in which the defendant used telephone accounts of at least 8 other inmates. This is against the BOP regulations, and it was done to seemingly avoid law enforcement monitoring the defendant's uses of other inmates' POC numbers to make phone calls to both individuals of the defendant's approved contact list as well as other individuals who are not on his approved contact list. To obtain and maintain access to these other inmates' POC numbers, the defendant directs others to pay these inmates, including through payment processing apps and the BOP commissary account deposits. Diddy has also been caught doing three-way calling. The defendant also frequently instructs individuals whom he contacts by telephone, including family members and his attorneys, to add other individuals via three-way call. This practice is also not authorized by the BOP, and it helps conceal the identities of the contacted individuals. The government has reviewed multiple calls in which the defendant has instructed others to dial in third parties, including members and associates of the enterprise and individuals who are not on the defendant's contact list. Diddy was also caught using non-authorized messaging services. In addition to the flouting BOP rules and regulations on phone use, the defendant also uses a non-authorized third-party messaging service called Contact Me ASAP to obscure his communications. The defendant appears to be using 2 Contact Me ASAP accounts. First, the defendant's BOP contact list includes a particular email address assigned to the defendant's son, which does not appear to be an account owned by the defendant's son, but instead appears to be an email address connected to Contact Me ASAP. The defendant also appears to be using other inmates' Contact Me ASAP accounts, primarily using Email 1. The defendant has exchanged hundreds of text messages via Contact Me ASAP with dozens of individuals, including attorneys and individuals who are not on the defendant's contact list. The defendant enlisted family members to plan and execute a social media campaign around the defendant's birthday with the intention of influencing the potential jury in the criminal proceeding. Diddy carefully curated the direction of his children to post a video on their social media accounts showing them gathering around for Diddy's birthday.
Alright, sing that.
Happy birthday to Daddy.
To Daddy. Happy birthday to Daddy.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Keep going. Happy
birthday
to Daddy.
Keep going, love.
Happy birthday to Daddy.
Yay!
I love y'all so much.
We love you too.
Love you,
Love
Pops.
y'all so much. I can't wait to see y'all.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see y'all.
Yes,
And I just want to say
sir.
I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all, especially the girls. I mean, all of y'all. But just for being strong. Thank y'all for being strong, and thank y'all for being by my side and supporting me. I love y'all. I got the best family in the world. My birthday, I'm happy. Thanks to y'all giving me this call. Thank you very much. I love y'all.
We love you more.
too.
Can't wait to see you in a couple of days.
I'll see y'all in a couple of days.
Say it again.
What you say?
I love you, Daddy.
I
Yeah.
love you too, baby.
She eating, yo, Pops.
Hi, we're right here.
Chance right here on the phone too.
Pops, love eating all your cake, so you're not gonna have none left.
She's literally digging her face in it.
We're gonna have to buy you a new one. Yo, she's face down in the cake right now.
Happy birthday.
Say hey, Chance.
Happy birthday to Mom.
We love you.
Chance
Wait, this
is
is
right here
Chance.
too if you can hear. On the phone. Hey, Chance.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, baby. I love you.
Love you too.
The defendant then monitored the analytics and the audience engagement and discussed with his family how to ensure that the video had his desired effect to potential jury members. The defendant's own words make clear that his intent is to improperly influence the jury pool in this criminal proceeding. The defendant does not stop there. During other calls, the defendant makes clear of his intention to anonymously publish information that he thinks will help his defense in this case. By anonymously leaking a video favorable to his defense in this case to show that he is using so-called public relations strategy to influence this criminal case. The defendant's efforts to obstruct the integrity of this proceeding also includes relentless efforts to contact potential witnesses, including victims of his who could provide powerful testimony against him. For example, on October 4th of 2024, in a call involving the defendant and one of his adult sons. And of course, this is all blacked out. And whatever Diddy said on the phone to his son, they're saying provides a clear interface that the defendant's goal is to blackmail victims and witnesses either into silence or providing testimony to help his defense. They're also saying that they have proof that Diddy pressured witness 2 to be on his side and to make a public statement denying allegations of The defendant reached out to witness 2 on September 11, 2024 and sent her a copy of the lawsuit against him in which witness 2's name, which sounds a lot like Kalina Harper, was mentioned several times. Diddy then called witness 2 and they spoke for nearly 6 minutes. After reading the lawsuit, witness 2 called Diddy back at his request and they spoke for nearly over 4 minutes. Diddy and witness 2 discussed witness 2 drafting a statement immediately after the call, and witness 2 texted him something that we don't know. From September 11, 2024 through September 15th of 2024, the defendant and witness 2 exchanged multiple text messages and had calls, at least 128 phone contacts in total. Throughout these phone contacts, Diddy repeatedly asked the witness when she planned to post her statement. Witness 2 then made a statement about the lawsuit via Instagram September 13th of 2024. Then after the defendant was in custody, the BOP investigators recovered the following notes from the defendant's cell during a pre-planned nationwide sweep of the BOP facilities. His personal notes said that he paid witness 2 after she posted her statement. Baby, they went and pulled them bank records. The bank records show that Diddy's payments to victim 2 as recent as September 2024. The government has requested and is awaiting an updated financial document through the present. They're also saying that they have proof that Diddy tampered with witness 1. Witness 1 had been served with a grand jury subpoena and had counsel, and the defendant initiated contact with witness 1, which the defendant attempted to obscure by initially calling witness 1's wife and later communicating with witness 1 over a VoIP service, including by text and a call lasting over 7 minutes. Following witness 1's testimony to the grand jury on July 25, 2024, the defendant called and texted witness 1 again. And it repeated contact with witness 1 despite his apparent knowledge that witness 1 was represented by counsel and had received a grand jury subpoena. And it undermines the defense counsel's previous denial of the defendant's interface in the government's grand jury investigation. The concern is amplified by the evidence indicating that the defendant appears to have deleted his messages with witness 1, although the phone records confirm that the defendant was using a particular phone number, and witness 1 exchanged multiple text messages from June 2024 through August 2024. There were no such messages recovered from the defendant's cell phone associated with that phone number. This was some of the highlights from this 30-page document filed by the federal government against Diddy's bail motion. I'm going to go ahead and upload the whole thing to my Patreon so you guys can read this. But you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
So it looks like the woman that filed the lawsuit against Diddy as a Jane Doe came out with her real name. Candace McCrae. Now, if you remember, Diddy's lawyers requested this girl to come forward with her full name or they would ask for the case to be dismissed. And they thought that was gonna work. Hell, I did too. But it looked like she ain't playing no games. And I read all 19 pages, so let's get into it. Now, the first couple of pages is just a reference of where Diddy lives, his enterprises, and how many lawsuits he actually has out on him. Now, I particularly read page 3 for this very simple reason. Just look at the highlighted section. For years, Combs and his businesses engaged in persistent and persuasive pattern of abuse towards women, men, and minors. This was verbal, physical, emotional, and equitable. Combs manipulated both men and women to participate in highly orchestrated, performative activity with both commercial workers and unsuspected party goers. We all know what's going on with Ray J. Ray J went on Tubi interview and told everybody that, hey, he knows a lot of people that are paying off people to keep their mouth shut so they don't get connected to Diddy. And someone took, you know, a pow at Ray J. I don't know if those two are connected, but you better hush up. The lawsuit also mentioned the nightclub Pow and mentioned J-Lo and Shine In, and also mentioned Cassie Ventura. Now, if you look at line number 9, Combs particularly financed the use of popular date party favors, Rohit and GH to commit his heinous non-consensual acts of equitable violence and grip. Now, y'all can pause to read, but this is where Candace McCrae comes into the scene. Here's the second page of the story. Pause to read. Through Diddy's associate, she was invited to a photo shoot. Come to find out, that photo shoot was making the band, y'all. Line 35 states that Miss McCrae accompanied her friends to an event and discovered that it was a photo shoot promoting the band, a recording group Combs signed to his record label, Bad Boy Entertainment. So somebody could be a witness. Never know. Now, I don't think Diddy was expecting this. She ain't playing. And with that bail hearing coming up, I don't think he's going to get bail again. I really don't. Even though he's requesting 24-hour surveillance on him, the $50 million, the house arrest button, no drinking, no doing nothing, no engaging in acts with women, no talking to anybody outside of his family. They should have added men to that list. But I don't think he's getting out. Nope.
All right, so you guys just heard all of that. I'm not even going to hold you. I want you guys to drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about everything you just heard. All right, don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subbing to the channel. I'll get with you guys later. Peace.